to Pilgrim about Pilgrim versus the World, the video game for the PS3, and as of tomorrow on the 360 as well. What we essentially have here, Mike, is River City Ransom, new sprites, beat 'em up, classic beat 'em up, 4 players, $10. How can you go wrong?
And it's got a lot of RPG elements in it too.
Oh yeah, you level up.
Cool.
Yeah, you get new moves and yeah.
You kind of nailed it right on the head though. The River City Ransom thing. I don't
exactly
know
that.
if everybody basically just forgot about that game, but this is almost identical to it. So I mean, originality maybe not so much.
Well,
that being said,
yeah.
it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. It's a great game, and they've done a really good job. They definitely could have tried to clone this game and just drop the ball. But I mean, it is a very good game.
As far as like staying true to the Scott Pilgrim. Just the license that like you couldn't have asked for a game that better emulates what that book is about, right?
Much, yeah.
I mean, you have chiptune music. It's all pixel graphics and stuff like that. It's all it's great. You have all the characters in there. You have a lot of inside jokes. The thing is, though, if you're not familiar with Scott Pilgrim, they don't really have a lot of story elements or anything like that in there. So unless you already are familiar with the movie or the books or something like that, you're going to be very lost in what's actually happening, other than the kill the 7 evil hexes, right?
But the game really isn't deep enough that you have to know. So I mean, worst case scenario, if you're not familiar with the books, I'd say get it anyway because it's still a fun game. I mean,
you got a bunch of different characters to level up. They all have like striker abilities, like summons as well. You unlock some other characters later in the game. What's really cool is there's a lot of unlockables through. It really is like just harkening back to the 16-bit era, where there's codes and stuff. Like you unlock modes in the game, like a zombie survival mode, with an actual button press on the front screen. And this is something that you don't unlock any other point in the game. You have to push it in, then you have it unlocked forever. But until you have that code, you don't have it. And that's a whole other part of the game. The replay value in that particular mode is incredible. And apparently they will be adding DLC at some point.
Which is
so they say.
Not that it really. I mean, for $10, like.
That's what it comes down to. This is a game that's $10 that I would have easily paid $30 for. Like it's the genre that I like. It is beat 'em up RPG action, and it's Scott Pilgrim, which is just the icing on the cake. So, what do you give Scott Pilgrim?
Let's score it up here. I'm gonna go great game, but again, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of beat 'em ups, so a little bit lost on me, but I do love Scott Pilgrim. So I'm gonna go 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. That was high, because you were saying a bunch of negative stuff. I was worried there for a second.
But I also said that it was a fantastic game.
No, it's great.
Really,
and
for $10,
for $10, go get it. Like, there's no reason not to. 8.5 out of 10 for me. I did have some problems with the game freezing in multiplayer. You get 3 or 4 people playing, and sometimes the screen just wouldn't advance. It wouldn't give you the flashing go, which is in there, by the way. But other than that, great game. Again, at the price, there's no reason not to get it if you're an old school beat 'em up fan. It's also a good way to get people into those older games. People are going to be playing that on the PS3 360 and be like, oh man, more like this, and other than Castle Crashers, what really is there? Which is also coming to the PS3 later.
River City Ransom on WiiWare.
You got to go back. That's the only way. So 8.5 for me, 8 for him. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the video game.